Mariah, welcome. Great job today. Carl, I'm sure you have a question, so we'll go ahead and start with you. And as we go on after that, if you have a question, just type in the chat you have one, and I'll call on you.
All right.
Mariah, the 6 players in double figures, a really tough win. I mean, and after 2 tough losses, just how do you feel right now? And why did you win this game?
We won this game. First of all, we were sharing the ball. A lot of people scored because we were able to move the ball, and everybody came in ready to go. We also were able to contain on the defensive end.
Tough to contain Hooks and Johnson.
Yeah, we knew they were going to go off. We had to keep.
It's really hard to come.
Go ahead. This is freezing.
Do you have a follow-up, Carl?
Huh?
Okay,
Did you have a follow-up?
but it was freezing.
Well, let somebody else go for a second. I'm having trouble. We're cutting in and out a little here. So.
Yeah, it's freezing a little bit over here too.
Okay.
I wonder, Catherine, you have something? Go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, Mariah, just talk about, obviously the first 2 games are a struggle. You just come off of the pause and just a lot of difficulty there. But what brought this effort out of you guys today?
We really wanted to win, and we really wanted to turn over a new leaf. We've been working hard, and we haven't been seeing, the results that we wanted. But together, I think we played together the whole game for 40 minutes today, and it was fun. It was the most fun game we had this whole year, and I'm looking to continue that and have more fun playing together, sharing the ball, being connected on defense.
Have you ever?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Alan.
Mariah, just talk about your performance. I mean, you've played a big role in the team in the past, but yet you're running the show now and able to make those huge shots down the stretch. Just kind of talk about your role and how it feels to make some shots like that and really feel like a part of a huge win here.
I just kind of do what I have to do every night, and I think some nights it's going to be different, whether it's making shots or distributing the ball, and I'm willing to do either one. And tonight I think it was a little bit of both, and I was able to step up to the plate and connect.
Mariah, Katie Shumate, who only played 15 minutes the first 2 games, played 30 tonight and led you in scoring. And tell me about how she's come along after her injury.
She's been working hard all year, all summer, coming back for her injury. And I'm happy she was able to play well. And I think now she's going to get into a little groove. And I think it's going to be really hard to stop her. Once she gets going, not many people can get in front of her and stop her. I'm happy she was able to play well. It will open up a lot for many other people on our team that can also score at a high percentage. And I just think that was really good for her. I think it was a good boost of confidence for Katie. I think it was what she needed.
My last one. Have you ever seen an 8-point trip down the court before? You had Mariah's 3-pointer, the 2 technicals, and then Claire hit another 3-pointer. So.
No, I never seen anything like that. But if we can get that again, I will be really happy.
Was that a big momentum swing for you guys?
Yeah, definitely. I think it could have deflated them a lot, and I think we were able to gather and really talk about what we needed to do offensively and defensively while the free throws were going on. And I don't really think in the moment I knew that it was going to be an 8-point swing. I just really knew what we needed at the moment. We were just able to, gather ourselves and discuss what we needed to discuss offensively and both defensively to get us everybody on the same page.
Anything else, Mariah? No, you're good. Thanks, Mariah.
All right. Thank you.
There you go. Hey, 7 assists, 2 turnovers. That's huge.
Yeah.
All right. Good job, Rye.
All right. Coach had made a school record 16 threes a day, had 6 players in double figures. Let's kind of talk about today's victory.
Well, it was kind of a shooting performance that we've been waiting on. I mean, maybe even for a couple of years. I know we've had good shooters. We recruited some good shooters, and it was nice to finally have a breakout shooting game like that. 16 for 28 from 3. And Lindsay Thal only had 2 of the 16 threes, so it was a really big performance from our bench. I thought we got great productivity out of Casey Santoro as a freshman, showed some really high level toughness, and knocked down 3 big threes for us. Claire Kelly, 4 for 8. We've been waiting for a shooting night out of her like that for a while now. And so it was great to see those 2 players go 7 for 13 from the 3-point line. And obviously we needed all of them because Ohio's they're top 5 in the mid-major poll right now and beat Notre Dame. And it is that's a really good basketball team. So was really proud of that. It was nice to see, like you guys said to Katie, to see her come out and be able to play more minutes. And she just needed to shake off some rust. She's not quite 100%. She's still working on getting some strength back and that type of thing. She's fully healed and that type of thing. But I think this will be a nice boost of confidence for her to just get her back in and competing. And I know Johnson had 29, but I thought Katie did a pretty exceptional job defensively, regardless of that situation.
All right, Catherine, we'll start with you.
Hi, Coach. So my question for you is, what kind of spark has Claire Kelly been able to provide for you guys over the past few games? I mean, she had 7 offensive rebounds, I think, in one of your other games before, and now she had 14 points tonight. Yeah. What kind of a boost has she been able to?
Yeah, I mean, Claire's a talented player, and she was just working through kind of her freshman year, trying to figure out what college basketball was going to look like. And, now we just want some consistency out of her because she's very capable. Obviously, she's a good shooter. And she's capable of being an offensive rebounder, and she's better at defense than she thinks she is. So it's just a matter of continuing to build confidence in her. And I think it was a great boost for Claire. And some of these kids are a confident performance away from being the player that they're capable of being, and I'm hoping that that's the case with Claire.
I guess the one person you haven't talked about is Nyla, who after the last game said needed more rebounding. She only got 13. She had a double-double. So what'd she do well?
Well, I mean, we were pretty hard on her, to be honest with you, the last couple weeks, just about her focus and some of the rebounding stuff. We felt like she should have had more than 5 rebounds against St. Francis, and kind of called her on that, and she responded. And that's a great thing to see as a coach when you call somebody on something or present the truth to them and then they respond to it. That's being coachable. And so really proud of her. I think she's one of the best rebounders in the conference. And we just need to continue to get those type of performance. I thought she also didn't force things as much as she has, maybe 1-3. But I think she did a really good job of letting the game come to her and play off of other people instead of forcing drives into 3 or 4 players like Ohio wants you to do.
And on the radio, you talked about Lindsay Thal made a huge difference in the second half. Let's talk about her a little bit, please.
Yeah, Lindsay, to me, it showed amazing growth for her. In the past, as a shooter, she's let maybe getting no field goal attempts in the first half or missing shots really affect her. I thought she did a really good job of coming out in the second half and just playing through that. We tried to change up a few things in the second half. We went a lot more 5-out motion. And I thought Lindsay did a really good job of being a screener in that opened up 3-point shots behind her. So, she really embraced that in the second half. She also did a really good job off the ball defensively, got 4 blocks, which should be no surprise to anyone. She's a phenomenal shot blocker, but I thought she did a really good job of helping out on drives and getting some block shots that were critical.
Alan, do you have a question, Coach?
Yeah, Todd. Obviously, you don't lose hope or faith in the team or whatever you want to say after 2 games, but at the same time, did you see this coming after those first 2 games? Are such a struggle and coming off of the pause and all that type of thing?
Absolutely, I saw it coming. What are you talking about? I would say I was just waiting for us to become who we were capable of being, and I didn't know at what point that was going to happen. Now we just need some consistency moving forward. I think it proves who we're capable of being, but you have to do that every single game. Like Toledo, we got Toledo in 48 hours up there. So are you a one-hit wonder, right? Or do you think you did something because you went 16 for 28 from three? Well, what's going to happen when you don't have good shooting nights like that? So we have to continue to get better defensively. We have to continue to work on our rotation and our connectedness on the court. And I wouldn't say I necessarily saw this coming. I knew we were capable of it, but I didn't know whether we were quite ready for a performance like this based on how things have gone over the last couple months. So I'm really proud. I'm really proud of their resilience. They really responded to some of the things that we talked about after the St. Francis game and yesterday in practice. And I'm proud of the fact that they were coachable. They swallowed their pride and came out and competed.
Just talk about beating Ohio again too. I mean, obviously you got them at the end of last year, and I mean they're a really good basketball team, obviously.
Yeah, they're if you think about it, since this is year 5, we've split Mackey's championships with them the last couple years, and during that time they've won 20 games every single year. One of those years they won 30 games. And I think with the biggest snub in NCAA tournament history weren't included in the field after being in the top 35 in the RPI. So Ohio's a phenomenal basketball. They're tough to prepare for because it's a different style of basketball. And, we've just had epic battles with them. The first year we swept them out of the blue, and then the next year, they got us like 4 straight, but they were close games. And then, we split a couple here recently, but every game is just really competitive. And so it's quite a matchup. It's just a lot better. It's a lot nicer being on the winning side of the ledger against such a good team.
If I'm reading the box score right, you had 22 assists on 25 baskets, which is astonishing in some ways.
Well, you got to knock down shots in order to get assists. So I thought obviously our shot making had a lot to do with that. This team is built a little bit differently than the teams we've had in the past. We've had players that could really create their own shot and really get to the basket. We're not built quite that way anymore. We have some people that can do that, but this is going to be a team that's going to be the better they get at screening and passing and moving and scoring on the interior, playing inside out, the better we're going to be. So I'm really pleased to see 22 assists. I want to continue to keep that trend moving in that direction. And I would love to see fewer than 19 turnovers. So.
Anybody else have anything? No? All right. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, you guys stay healthy and appreciate your coverage of our team.
All right.
Thanks,
everyone. I'll email this out here in a couple minutes.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And ladies.
Thanks.